Aquarius, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for mid to late July 2023. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know I appreciate each and every single one of you. So let's get right down to business as always and start you off with an oracle card here, just so we could dip our toes in the energy and see what's going on for the lovely Aquarian collective out there. Let's go, my gods. Talk to me. What do we got for my friends as we move on through the year? And yeah, we're just going to take a real quick look at this first card, and we'll get into the full reading itself. And at the very end, I'll pull you a bonus card from the Shadowland Tarot, just to see what might be in the shadows or what shadow work you can lean in on, which is always interesting. But let's get going. Let's rock. What do we got for Aquarius, please and thank you? Got it. What's up? There it is. Hey, we got our good friend Mr. Bookhead showing up. We haven't seen him in quite a while. Big page energy showing up, and you know I'm a huge fan of this card if you're a long-time watcher. One of my favorite, probably my favorite out of all the oracle cards showing up here. It's very connected to education and information. It's big page energy. Before we really start taking that apart, though, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the July subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check that out. Also, if you could kindly illuminate that like button by tapping it right on its third eye, you know, I'd greatly appreciate it. But enough of the promo, into the reading. Let's talk about our good friend here. So if you look at the images, we have this individual, younger individual, surrounded by books. They're piled up. They're in this person's arm. He has books for a damn necklace, book or for a hat. So I call him Bookhead. So yeah, there could be something connected to education or knowledge. You might be trying to research things or learn new things when this shows up. This is a big card that often shows when you're moving into new cycles, new positions, new jobs, new everything. I love this card because just like pages, it's all about communication and new beginnings. So you might be learning new things big time. This could also show up often, like I was saying, it's about communication. The page could show up when you're having important talks and communications with various different people. But this is more about the quest for knowledge. I would say that's more Page of Pentacles energy. We're going to place him right there. He could look on while we keep moving through this reading. I always say the first card doesn't make or break the reading. It's just a footnote. Let's get into tarot. I'm going to get you 3 cards in the upright before we get the intuitive juiciness flowing. So let's shuffle it up one time for my Aquarians out there. And I just want to let everyone know, yes, we are moving towards a very big milestone here, my friends. Our community is about to hit 100,000. It's imminent. And yeah, if you see a poll in your feed from me, I'm just trying to see what everyone wants to do to celebrate. I'm not big with celebrating milestones and things like that, but this is one that's worth it, I think. Never thought I'd get here. But back to you. Enough about me. Let's get into this reading. So last week's reading, talking about talks and communication and messages, it was titled A Serious Conversation. So for a lot of Aquarians out there, you might have been having those serious talks, conversations with a lot of different people. Remember, that energy could still bleed over from week to week, which might be why we're seeing Bookhead over here. But let's see what we have for you this week. You know, energy is very fluid, never set in stone, so only take this how it hits for you, because we could be seeing your vibe or someone you're connected to. Let's get you 3 cards, my friends. What do we got for Aquarius? Interesting, 2 of Cups, partnership showing up in the front and center. Usually a very harmonious, good type of energy. I like this to start. Let's get 2 more. I'm not going to be too skeptical about it. We like that 2 of Cups generally. Okay, we have the 5 of Swords. Someone not playing nice. Interesting. So we have someone playing nice and not playing nice. Let's get 1 more out here, because the 5 of Swords is a card of conflict. Knight of Cups, then playing nice once again. Interesting, my friend. So there might be somebody or something that is very, very much hot and cold here. We're going to really need to take a better look at all this. Let's go through. I'll give you some of the classical meanings and archetypes, and we'll get that juicy intuitive stuff. So at first look, first glance, I obviously notice that 2 of the cards are of the cup suit. That's subtle energy. It's internal. It's emotional. It could represent love, creativity, all that good stuff. But with the 2 of Cups, Knight of Cups, for many of you, this can be a love reading or in the romance realm. Obviously, it doesn't have to be. But when we see Cups and Swords, that's a lot of internal stuff happening here. So for a lot of Aquarians, there could be a lot going on the inside. But let's go through one by one, because we do have a possible little speed bump here. In position number 1, we have the 2 of Cups. Now in tarot, 2s represent decisions, choices, but they're big on partnerships. It does speak about one-to-one connections. Now, it doesn't just have to be romantic. The 2 of Cups represents soul connections, those that we work very well with. It's like peanut butter and jelly type of energy. So we like the Two of Cups. We do have to clarify it though, because generally it's people working well together. The clarifier will give us more about this dynamic. But Spirit is highlighting your connections here for one reason or another, whether it is a soul connection to a romantic partner, a friend, a family member. There's something of importance right here in the front end that we're going to have to take a look at. Now, moving to the center, like I said, we have this energy of someone possibly playing nice in the beginning. The Five of Swords is a little selfish. So whereas we have this card of partnerships, we have a card that could be selfish with the Five of Swords right here. When I see it, aside from just someone possibly being selfish, this is a card on its extreme end. It could be someone that's a little bit narcissistic in their ways. They could have like very narcissistic tendencies. They're going to do what they got to do to get to the top. They're going to step on whoever they got to step on. So there could be a big warning about conflict and someone that's just like, I'm only watching out for myself from now. I don't care about this. I don't care about this. I'm just in my own zone. Some of you might just be in that zone, right? Where you're just going to look out for yourself from now on. But it can be cold and it can be conflict based. So we're really going to need to take a look at this Five of Swords, because we have playing nice and not playing nice. Moving to the back end, it's back to nice again. So you're seeing how we have this up, down, up, down, up, down type of energy happening. The Knight of Cups on the back end. This could be representing a water sign you're connected to. So think Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. Usually this is a very silky smooth, easy flowing, easy going type of card and energy. It could be a Prince Charming, smooth talker type of person here when we have this Knight of Cups. All knights represent forward movement and forward momentum. So we do like to see this Knight of Cups. It could be action or something making a leap or moving forward. But I just find it very odd here as we look at this progression of energy where it goes from like playing nice to selfish to playing nice again. For some of you, there could be something that is picking up a lot of steam, or we could be looking at a literal romantic thing. So we could be looking at one's interpersonal connections, how one treats themselves, and how one acts romantically. But once again, the Knight of Cups could be very artistic and creative too. So there's a lot going on emotionally in this spread. So with all that being said, Aquarius, I want to dive deeper. Let's jump in and clarify. All right, let's get a good shuffle here for my Aquarians. My guides, talk to me. What do we got for Aquarius here? And yes, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot, because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. Let's go in on that Two of Cups. And yes, if you're a reader yourself, please feel free to play along. That's why the box is here. If you're feeling any messages that you want to give to Aquarius, you could drop it in the comments. I don't mind at all. All right, Two of Cups time. Thank you. All right, we got the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. I still don't feel like this is a bad thing. Okay, this could be a really good close connection, someone that really does help you. For a portion of you, this could be a karmic connection as well, showing up here right in the front end with the Wheel of Fortune. Usually it's a good luck charm. This could be representing a person that could be really willing or wanting to help you do something. And you might be in this self-sustainable type of mode. But to me, this is always a good luck charm, whether it's upright or whether it's in reverse. Now, the fact that it's in reverse, it could be speaking about a person from your past that's showing up in the energy right now. You might be reminiscing. This could represent a person that you have history with coming back around or swinging back around here. But one thing I do need to just really drive home is that this is a card of karma. Okay, whether it's somebody catching a dose of karma or a spirit saying like, hey, this person was in your life for a reason to teach you a karmic lesson. So this could be representative of a karmic lesson or a big karmic connection when we have it linked here with the Two of Cups. But once again, these could be representing valuable lessons or valuable connections in your progress and your movement forward through life. So I don't feel like it's all for nothing, all for naught. I feel like this, regardless of if you're going through something rough right now, is a positive thing right here in the front end. We're going to keep pressing forward. I'm not going to get too tied up here. I don't want to overcomplicate it. I do feel like there's big karmic connotations here though. But let's see what's going on with the Five of Swords. For a portion of you, like, yeah, if you do need help with anything, feel free to ask somebody. Don't feel like you don't have to. Like, this is history here. Someone you have history with. Let's go in on that Five of Swords. Thank you. Okay, yeah, somebody possibly acting in an unpredictable manner, unpredictable way, We have the Tower in reverse underneath this Five of Swords. There is a big link to someone you have a lot of history with showing up in this week's reading. Okay, maybe this was a fallout from someone acting in a shocking type of way, or acting in a way you've never seen before. For a big portion of Aquarians in this time, it does tell me you might see a side of someone that you've never seen before, or you might see an aspect of someone. It's like, man, I never knew you were like that, or I didn't know you had it in you. That's what this Tower in reverse is telling me. Aside from these connections to people that you may have a lot of history with, the Tower in reverse underneath the Five of Swords is usually like rough. It can speak about some sort of big conflict or big fallout you may have had with somebody, and it is showing up here heavily. Once again, the Tower could also be a karmic type of card as well, so we're seeing big karmic cards all over the place. Spirit might be trying to teach you karmic lessons in personal relationships and soul connections. It could be trying to teach you karmic lessons about oneself. So there could be karmic warnings all over the place for the Aquarians. Not necessarily a terrible or bad thing. We saw that for you a few weeks ago, but I do feel like you might just see a side of someone. If this isn't like some sort of big shocking conflict or a big conflict coming in, you might see a side of someone, an unexpected side of their personality you've just never seen before. We're going to keep pressing forward. I don't want to get hung up here. Could be fallout as well. But let's see what's up with that Knight of Cups. Then we'll do a quick little recap before we get into the shadow card. Interesting reading. And I feel like for another portion of Aquarians, like these could all just represent other people. Like these don't all have to be you. But why is this Knight of Cups here? Thank you. Page of Cups. There's someone coming in. There's someone coming in that wants to talk here for sure. We have the Page of Cups underneath this Knight of Cups. There is somebody approaching here, whether it is one of these individuals from the past. These could be two different people from the past or whatever it might be. But this Page of Cups under the Knight of Cups, it's clear. Now, this could represent sometimes somebody really maturing or changing in a positive way where they go from page to knight. There's an evolution, okay? Maybe this, there's a person that you're a little more mature than they are, or vice versa. But this Page of Cups underneath this Knight of Cups, once again, just like we had last week, and we had a serious conversation. Once again, this is somebody that wants to talk to you and they see it as important. So this could be an important talk of some sort. And it's similar energy to last week. For a lot of you, it could be people you have a lot of history with, and it could be multiple of them. Now, the Page of Cups with the Knight of Cups, this just screams somebody really just letting you know how they feel, letting those emotions out. So this could be some sort of emotional talk or venting session. It could be here for sure. So this is interesting how this all plays out, because I do feel like one energy is definitely a little more agreeable than the next. But for a lot of Aquarians, you could be having blasts from the past, or people you have a lot of history with could come to prominence and be hitting you up in some different sort of way. But let's go through and do a quick recap, because like I said, there's a lot of different messages here. Only take what's yours. Could be seeing lots of separate different things. In position number one, we have the Two of Cups with the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. I did say this could represent some sort of karmic connection, karmic lesson, where someone was brought into your life just to teach you something about yourself or teach you something in general. It feels good though. I also feel like for a lot of you, if you feel like you need assistance, like this could be an individual that you could ask and they'll give you the shirt off their back. They're always willing to help. And there's still a powerful connection there. In the center, we have the Five of Swords with the Tower in reverse, seeing the side of someone that you've never seen before. Like, oh, I didn't know you had it in you. It could also represent some sort of conflict or shocking fallout of some sort. But to me, the main thing was like seeing a side of someone, an unexpected side of them that you've never really dealt with on the back end. And it's so odd that we go this way. We go from soft to super harsh to super soft on the back end. So maybe this is someone switching up quite a bit if this is all one person. But we have the Knight of Cups with the Page of Cups. We could talk about somebody maturing, getting more mature, changing their ways possibly. But the main thing I'm seeing for sure is that there is somebody that wants to talk to you, whether it's an emotional talk or an important talk. I know it links a lot to what we saw last week, but it's showing up here heavily for a lot of Aquarians. Like there is somebody that wants to really spill it. And if this is separate things, obviously this is the one that's most optimal on the back end. So please do with that what you will. I'm going to get you one shadow card here, Aquarius. I do feel like for a lot of you, this could be romantic realm type of stuff, but let's see what's in the shadows for you. I always say you just take the reading how it hits for you, right? Like you could check your other alignments too, your rising moon, all that. But what's in the shadows for Aquarius here, please? My guides and spirit team. And I always like to pull one shadow card at the very end. You know me. Well, let's see what's up. What do we got in the shadows for Aquarius? Whether it's within yourself, whether it's something you don't quite see. And we have the Page of Pentacles. So we've had page energy all over this place. And remember what I said about our good friend here in the very beginning, Bookhead. Page energy, much like the Page of Pentacles. We have the Page of Cups in the main part of the spread, and now the Page of Pentacles showing up in the shadows. So how one communicates is huge. It was showing up all last week. It's showing up this week now as well. The Page of Pentacles could represent an earth sign. When we look at it as a shadow card, it could represent maybe something that you've gone through as a child, or what information, aside from the whole childhood thing, what information you are really indulging in. Are you indulging in correct information or the right information when this card shows up? Are you on the right path when the Page of Pentacles is here? It's getting a double show here from the beginning and the end. The very first card, the very ending card. Now, aside from information and knowledge and earth signs, the Page of Pentacles is huge with communicating. Maybe taking the emotion out of it a little bit here. So Spirit could be asking you not to suppress anything in this time. Keep your heart on your sleeve, speak your piece, don't suppress anything. And it's very important for you to maybe take a little emotion out of it if you need to have these conversations with people. So Aquarius, that's what I have for you this week, my friends. Don't click away just yet. I'm going to give you the details of the July subscriber surprise. If you got your name in for the June subscriber surprise, the winners will be announced in my community tab after this week's fire and air signs readings. But for July, I'll be giving away 2 copies of the Everyday Witches Tarot. Once again, one of my favorite decks and one of the first ones I ever gave away on this channel. So if you'd like to get your name in for this, 2 simple things as always, my friends. First, you must be subscribed, which I'm sure you already are. And second, let me know down in the comments, out of all the tarot suits, which one has your favorite art style? Is it the swords, wands, pentacles, cups, even the major arcana? You'll be entered to win. And at the end of July, I'll put the winners in my community tab. As always, my friends, much love, and I'll see you soon.